a Universal Interactive Studios production. Developed by Traveler's Tales. Crash Bandicoot, the Wrath of Cortex.
Hello guys, it's goldiex here and welcome to Crash Bandicoot the Wrath of Cortex, the first Crash Bandicoot game I ever played. This is where my love for Crash Bandicoot began. I remember coming home from primary school many years ago and my neighbour a few doors down from where I lived, who was a childhood friend of my dad's, told me to come over and he gave me a carry bag which had 3 PlayStation 2 games in it, and one of those games was Crash Bandicoot the Wrath of Cortex. And that was where my love for Crash Bandicoot began, or hell, my love for gaming in general began. Crash Bandicoot was the game franchise that started my love for gaming. I did play some other games from time to time before I played this game, but this was the game that got me hooked into gaming, so I do have a soft spot for this game because of that. To be honest though, I wouldn't say I loved this game as much as I did as a kid. I still like the game, don't get me wrong, but I don't love it. Basically, ever since I played Crash Bandicoot 3, that has kind of made me realise how mediocre this game is in comparison, but we'll cover those points as we play the game. So as we want to get into Wrath of Cortex, let's create a new game and let's get into it. Okay, my name is goldiex, so we'll put that in. I could give myself an inappropriate name, call myself a wanker on there or something, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, goldiex is my name. Oh, I missed a D. Oh, whoops. How can I misspell my name? Right, anyway. Alright, let's do this.
Imbeciles! Fools! Nincompoops! Can't you idiots do anything right? According to this, your track record for spreading evil is pathetic! Uka Uka, it's not our fault! That wretched Bandicoot is to blame! I will not let anything stand in the way of evil. Especially not a brainless orange marsupial. Crash must be eliminated!
Uka Uka, need I remind you that Crash always finds a way to defeat us? Maybe he's just too good for us.
Enough excuses! You 5 idiots need to come up with one good plan! Or else... How do I get into these situations?
There must be something we can come up with. Say, Doctor, haven't you been tinkering with some kind of new secret weapon in your laboratory?
I don't know what you're talking about, Entropy.
Dr. Cortex! I think he's referring to this super secret weapon you've been laboring over day and night since the last time Crash defeated you.
Enough bickering! Do we have a plan? Well, in my scientific endeavors, I've been able to create a genetically advanced super weapon of unbelievable strength. But the power source is the final missing crucial element. Elements. Yes, the elementals. Right, the elementals, that's it. If released, their destructive energy could create enough power to bring my secret weapon to life. We'd have a weapon capable of crushing mountains, demolishing entire cities, and wiping Crash Bandicoot off the face of the earth forever! Get ready to face my wrath, Crash Bandicoot! What's happening? No, it cannot be. Oh, no!
What's going on? Oh no! Crash! Look out!
Is everyone all right? It appears that my evil twin brother Uka Uka is up to his no-good tricks again. I must find out what he is planning. I'll meet up with you later.
Hello, my feeble brother.
have gotten my attention, Uka Uka. What kind of diabolical scheme do you and Dr. Cortex have planned this time?
No schemes, just some old familiar faces dropping by for a visit.
No, not the elementals. Uka Uka, why did you release them? Don't you know what happened the last time they were free?
So they were responsible for a few earthquakes, floods, and that little ice age a couple of centuries back. You worry too much, brother.
You cannot restrain them, Uka Uka. They are far too dangerous. This could spell disaster for us all.
On the contrary, Aku Aku. It spells disaster for you and that precious planet you care so much about. Destroy him!
You won't get away with this.
Who's going to stop us?
Crash, Coco, it is just as I feared. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex have freed a group of destructive masks known as the Elementals. We must find a way to stop them before they destroy the Earth and all of its inhabitants. The only way to stop the Elementals' destructive nature is to imprison them with the use of ancient crystals. Each elemental can be returned back to their hibernation state with a total of 5 crystals. We must act quickly. Coco, what is the status of the new portal chamber you've been working on?
It's almost finished. A few little adjustments here and there, and it'll be ready to go.
Well done, Coco. This gives us the ideal opportunity to test it. We must hurry.
All systems are ready and operational.
It's time we evened up the odds in our favor.
Crash Bandicoot, my old nemesis. How the heck are you? Still gathering crystals? Old habits die hard, don't they? My days are being spent on something much more intriguing. Meet Crunch, my newest creation.
This is the creature who keeps sabotaging your master plan? Ha! You gotta be kidding! I'll exterminate this field rat in no time!
Now, Crunch, your time with Crash will come soon enough. Isn't he brilliant? A testament to my true scientific genius. A real Bandicoot warrior. Unlike you, Crash. Oh well, we all make mistakes. Ta-ta for now.
Welcome to the Wrath of Cortex. So Cortex is back to crush Crash for good, and he's got some new friends to help him out with it as well. The reason why this game is a bit of a hit and miss for me really is because there are many levels in this game I love, and there are many levels in this game I hate, and trust me. I'm going to point those levels out later on once we get to them, but to be honest with you guys though, for the most part, the first walk from though is actually quite a solid walk from. I think all the levels in this game are actually pretty in this walk from are pretty decent, if you ask me. I can't say the same for the other walkrooms though. So I think we'll begin with level 1, Arctic Antics. I think we'll do the first 3 levels in this episode, maybe do 4 and 5 depending how much time it takes me to complete the other levels, but I think we'll do this in order. So we'll start with the first level, Arctic Antics, which is a very nice level.
What are you looking at, fuzzhead? I'm Rocco, the Earth Elemental. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex woke me from my captive slumber, and now I'm free to pulverize whatever gets in my way. Oh, don't even think about collecting those crystals, Runt. Because if you do, I'm gonna bury you alive.
I remember these loading screens as well. These loading screens used to annoy the hell out of me as kids. They used to take forever to load. But I've noticed though, as an adult, I've realised they don't take as long to load. I don't know whether it's because I'm playing this on a PS3 or not, maybe it's because of that, I don't know, but this game I remember used to take a while to load, and I played this as a kid back in the day. Maybe it's just because I was an impatient kid back in the day. I remember these seals. This is what I used to love doing when I was a kid when these seals were here. I'm going to wait for a seal to appear and quickly take them. I'm going to do this. I'm a seal too. I used to love doing that when I was a kid. Memories. Crazy to think actually this was the first Crash Bandicoot game I ever played. When I played this game for the first time, I got really hooked into it, really addicted to it, and yeah, it ended up... I used to play this game for hours and hours and hours as a kid. I played this game for many years straight, and I ended up... Because I played this game a lot on my PS2, the disc did end up getting loads of scratches over time, and... Yeah, I think it's safe to say I did kind of wear the disc out a bit, because I used to play it so much. I think that just shows how much I used to play the Wrath of Cortex as a kid. Over time though, I wouldn't say my love for the game has faded away completely, but I definitely don't love this game as much as I used to, because ever since playing Crash Bandicoot 3, many years after playing this for the first time, I've kind of began to realise how mediocre this game is in comparison. I mean, Wrath of Cortex, in my opinion, is not a bad game. It is a good game where it wants to be, but it does have some things that do make it bad, like some questionable vehicle choices, vehicle segment levels, and yeah, this definitely isn't the best Crash game in my opinion, not by a long shot. Out of all the PS2 Crash games, in my opinion, this game is not the best Crash game. If I had to pick my favourite PS2 Crash game, Crash Twinsanity would easily top that. Because I liked how Twinsanity did its own thing and tried not to copy elements from the previous Crash games. That's what I liked about Twinsanity. But this is a fun game though still. If you're a Crash fan, I think there's still definitely enjoyment to be here with the Wrath of Cortex. So for the most part, the first level is pretty solid, pretty nice introduction level into how the game works. Yeah, it's a pretty cool level if you ask me. So I actually remember very well enough to play it when I actually, like I said earlier on Rise Episode, I remember actually how when I got this game for the first time, and I went round a friend's house one time, and well, his stepdad, who was a close friend of my dad's, a primary school friend of my dad's actually, he gave me a carry bag which had 3 PlayStation 2 games. I don't know whether his stepson, who was a few years older than me, didn't want this game anymore or not, I don't know, but when I walked inside the house, he gave me a carry bag which had 3 PS2 games in it, and one of them was this game, and the other 2 games were Donald Duck Quack Attack and Rayman M. I remember pouring hours into Quack Attack as well, that was a fun game as well, but Rayman M I didn't particularly get into as a kid. I didn't enjoy that game as much fun. It wasn't until many years later I got into the Rayman series and played Rayman for the first time. So I think I'll come back to the gem in just a minute. I should have done that bonus thing. Why did I not do the bonus round first? But anyway, it's because I had Invincible Aku Aku. You'll notice as well, Invincible Aku Aku, when you pick up 3 Master of Aku Aku in this game, he does not last very long at all. He only lasts like about 6 or 7 seconds, something like that, possibly 10 seconds. Which is, I think he lasted about 20 seconds in Crash 3, something like that. I haven't timed it properly, but yeah. Aku Aku does not last as long in this game as he did in Crash Bandicoot 3, which is a bit of a shame actually. So our first bonus round. Like Crash 2 and 3, Crash Wrath of Cortex also has its own bonus rounds as well. All the platforming stages all have their own bonus rounds. Blow up the TNT. Ah, I knew it was supposed to be. Luck I can grab it. I haven't unlocked the double jump yet, so I want to be a little bit careful when trying to reach high boxes. Think about it very carefully, but once I've got the double jump, we won't need to worry about it. Okay, so far so good. I think that might be all the boxes in the level. Not quite. Wait, have I missed a box somewhere? Hold on. I think I know where I might have missed it. Oh, there it is. Oh, good job I didn't want to have to backtrack now. I think we all know the pain of when we miss one box in a Crash game. Trust me, I've been there before many times. Okay, I just want to quickly go over here and pick up the gem quickly. Once I've picked up the gem, we'll head back onto the death route and we'll go for that coloured gem. This level, by the way, does have a coloured gem, which is basically a death route. In order to unlock the death route platform, you need to beat the game, get to the death route without dying, basically. That's how you unlock the death route platform. If you die while trying to get to Death Route, this platform will disappear and you'll have to restart the level in order to use it again. So, don't do that. Let's get myself the colour gem. It saves me coming back to this level, backtracking for it later on, so might as well do it now while we're here. Yeah, we got more seals as well. I like seals, to be fair, they're cute animals. I mean, obviously cats are my favourite animals. I love cats, they're so cute. So can I still make it across? Oh, I might still be able to do this actually. Oh, can I do this? Yes! I actually got through. I actually completed the level like that. As these loading screens do, well, maybe don't take as long as I remember them to load as a child, but as it does take up time for the video, I think for the future videos when we play further game, I will cut the loading screens out. When we enter level, we'll get straight to level, we'll cut the loading screens out. But I think for this episode, we'll keep them in just so I can show you guys what the loading screens look like. Let's head to level 2, Tornado Alley. Before I get the tornadoes, I'm going to go for the boxes quickly. I think I'll go for some of the tornadoes, but I think I want to go for make sure all the boxes are hit first before we go for the last tornado generators. So I think we'll shoot tornado generators down when we're near them, but I think we'll definitely go for the boxes first. See, I'll leave one generator down until I'll leave one generator up until we get all the boxes. Earlier this year, I did say when I first started with this YouTube channel, I wasn't able to record PS2 games fully because obviously I didn't have a I had a PS2 console, but I didn't have the right cables from Elgato to record a PS2 footage. As the PS2 is not a HD console, I couldn't use the same cables I used for my PS3 and PS5. However, earlier this year, I decided to make a bit of a change. I decided to sell my 250GB PS3 and my old PS2 model. And I decided to do this because I decided to buy a 60GB PS3, which has less memory, to be fair, obviously, but the benefit of this is that I can now play PS2 games on my channel using the PS3. And I think it's quite a nice change because this means I can now play many PS2 games that have not been remastered yet on my channel. I think overall, though, I'd say it was worth it because PS2 games look so much better on an emulated PS3. Especially if you've got like a 4K television, because if you use a standard PS2, sometimes the quality of a PS2 game does not look great. So Leo, that is Tornado Alley complete. There's our second crystal. So that is Tornado Alley complete, just a time trial left to go, which we'll do once we've got the Crash Dash ability. Level 3, Bamboozled. Alright, let's do this. I love this level.
You want a piece of me, Bandicoot? Huh? Huh? Do ya? Huh? Wuss.
Come on, Rocco. One-on-one. I don't really like many of the new vehicles you get to use in this game, but I do, well, would you class this ball as a vehicle? Well, yeah, I guess I could in a way. But yeah, this is actually quite a nice vehicle. I do like using this ball actually. It's a very fun gameplay mechanic for the game. Trust me, there are many levels later on in the game, certain vehicle segment levels where they are horrible levels in the game, and I'll point those levels out later on. You would think that Crash 2 and 3 did have their bad levels, but for the most part though, Crash 2 and 3, for the most part, did have really good levels. I mean, maybe there was 1 or 2 levels in those games I didn't like, but for the most part though, Crash 3, I pretty much loved every single level in the game, except for Rings of Power pretty much. But Wrath of Cortex, I would say, there's probably more levels in this game I love, but there are a few levels in this game I really hate. Okay, well, I'm not going to head up here because I think this is a bonus route you can go and do in the time trial, so I'm not going to go there. I think there's just nitro crates up there. We're not going to run to them, otherwise Crash will die. I don't think we've got Uka Uka in this level either, which is a bit of a pain. But if we get through a level without Uka Uka, I think it'll be right. I've done it before, so I can definitely do it again. Well, thankfully we've got checkpoint box in this level. As a kid though, I always wondered who lived in these huts. Since in the first cutscene of the game, Crash and Coco were living in a kind of similar hut to this, I guess. I kind of realised that as a kid, and when I was a kid I always wondered who actually lived in these huts. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever find that out. Maybe it's other bandicoots or something, who knows. We can see lights flickering in that house. So for the most part, if you ask me, I'll say the first warp room in this game is actually a pretty solid warp room. Well, pretty much a solid level select. I think all 5 levels in the first warp room are actually really well made. Unfortunately, I can't really say the same thing for the rest of the warp rooms. Actually, I would say the last warp room, to be fair, is not too bad, but the next 3 warp rooms, yeah, they have got some horrible levels in them. And we'll definitely point them out as we get to them. I think the crystal is just around here. I hope I've not missed a box. I remember when I first used to play this game as a kid, there were times where I did miss a box from time to time in this level, and it really annoyed me. So I'm hoping I don't do that here. Okay, I think that's just a bonus route to go if you're doing the time trial again, so I'm not going to go that way. We can always backtrack through this level if we missed a box. Not that I want to do that, but if I want to find a box, I think we'll definitely do that. This level has a lot of nitro crates in it, to be fair, so yeah. I've got 100 boxes. Okay. Hopefully that'll be 125 boxes. Yes! Brilliant! Oh, almost went into the portal without the gem. Alright, I've got a crystal and a gem. Let's get out of here. So there we are, that is level 3 complete. So now for this warp room we've only got level 4 and 5 to complete and the crunch boss fight. I think I'll save all that off for the next episode, so what I'm going to do is quickly save my progress. I do not want to lose all my progress. Okay, let's save my game. Alright. So hopefully I won't lose this save file. I'll use up all the other save files. Well, in case I do end up losing this game footage by accident before editing the episode, I think I'll definitely have to use the other save files as well. Okay guys, I'm going to end this episode off here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. We'll keep up to date with all the Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex episodes uploaded to my channel. And in the next episode, we'll complete level 4 and 5 and hopefully beat the first boss fight. Rocco, I'm coming for you. You want a piece of me? You're going to get it. I'll save that off for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. This is goldiex and I'm out.